Alright, BobalosRex here. You may notice I'm on the other side of the screen, and that's so that everything can be shown for this video, which is I have here Professions Checklist for 10.1.7. Is that the actual title? It's a working title. Alright, but I'm going to talk about all of the new profession achievements and my checklist for what I'm trying to do beforehand, and prep for ones that I can't do beforehand. So I'm going to go over each achievement that you can do before 10.1.7 comes out, and then I'll mention if an achievement can't be done until 10.1.7 is out, but you can prep by getting materials ready. So let's get into it. So first off, we have the Master of Alls for Outland, Northrend, Cataclysm, and even Classic coming into the game, as well as a working in Hellfire and working from the start, which are the raise a profession to that skill level in Classic and BC, which is really cool. Those are retroactive. If you already got the skill, boom, you instantly get these achievements. Same with the Master of All. If you already have Master of All, you got it. Pro tip, if you have Draenor Master of All and you got it in Draenor, if you got this in Draenor, you get all the other ones beforehand. Alright, FYI. Because that's when they were all crunched together. But let's start at the top here. So let's go to Alchemy. What's on my checklist for Alchemy? This is the checklist, by the way. So I'm a handwritten kind of guy. I don't make a Google Doc. I wish I had one. If someone makes a Google Doc of this and shares it with me, I will put it in the video. So, Alchemy. Look, you're specialized. That's one you can get beforehand. If you've ever got Transmutation, Potion Mastery, or Elixir Mastery from, like, Classic, I think, I'm trying to remember what the quest is. There's a quest in Outland in Shatrath that you can do for this, but there's also one in Kata where you get living. Was there a mop one too? Because I remember getting living steel. Anyways, you can get this beforehand if you know how to get Alchemy Profession Mastery. Next up, Tools of the Trade, Silas Spear of Transmutation. If you got the Tools of the Trade, there is a meta achievement for all of the tools called Massive Tool Shed, which is a lot of points. If you're an achievement collector, you're going to want to start getting ready with these, because I feel like profession stuff is going to be going up in price. I'm going to turn this down just a smidge. Alright. Next up, this is something you can't work on. All of these you can't work on until the patch, but you can get ready. So this one is craft potions 100 times with the Alchemy Profession, and this is craft elixirs, flasks, or files 50 times, but there's multiple versions. So these are the, what I'm calling the crafting. They're just, you do a bunch of whatever your profession requires. So in Alchemy's case, it's making potions or making elixirs. Just make a bunch afterwards and you'll get these achievements easy peasy. Then there's one for experimentation 100 times. This one's just a flat do it. You can't do this beforehand. You got to do it after. Now this one may actually be retroactive. So if you already got a Draconic File Cauldron and you've learned these recipes, you log in, boom, you get this. I don't have the Cauldron yet. You get that from Aberrus. So good luck in LFR in there. And then this one is create all the Philosopher's Stones. You need to make these all after. This is not retroactive. You're going to have to make all of these after this comes out. So have fun with that. And then this burst damage one requires a potion. Here, I have it written down. It's a BFA potion. And then you got to get the recipes of the burst from Korthia, everyone's favorite zone. We all love Korthia. Alright, so next profession, that's Alchemy. Next profession up, let's just go into blacksmithing here. So we got Anvil Mastery, that's the just craft blacksmithing items. We got the Kazgorian Smithing Hammer, that's the tool of the trade. That's in BFA. Get your skill up, do your tool of the trade. Super cool quest line. Craft Sulfuron's Hammer. I've already done this on my warrior and it didn't do retroactively, so I gotta do this after. This you can do beforehand, this you can't, that you can't. Anvil Mastery you can't. Same with skeletons in the lockbox. This isn't retroactive, you gotta do it after. It's make all these keys. Super easy though. Then you have this one, which is Weaponsmithing Reborn. Learn how to craft each of these. And these are retroactive, so if you already have these crafts, you get this when you log in. Super nice. This one says successfully craft the Warblades of Hakar Reborn. So this may not be retroactive. You may have to do this after the fact. Same thing with the Sulfuron's Hammer. But I haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure you have to do this after the patch. So I'll get the mats ready and then craft it after the patch. Alright. So that's blacksmithing. Super easy. This does require the ZG open thing, by the way. This, you can get these reborn from Pandaria. It's super easy stuff to go over there. You just gotta grind a little bit. Next up, enchanting. So disenchantment is retroactive. So if you log in, you get all this right when you log in. Uwin's Enchanting Rod, because your account tracks this. I don't think it tracks the other stuff. Well, until now. And then you got Tools of the Trade, Eowyn's Enchanting Rod. Again, BFA, get your enchanting up to that questline, super good. Now, enchanting isn't retroactive. This is craft or enchant 100 items. And then there's more versions to this. They all go up to 4. I don't know all the amounts. This next one requires a toy from Arathi Highlands. So you may want to get the toy. Now. Alright, so work on that. And then you use the Scepter of Spectacle, Fire, Frost, Air, Earth, and Order. Those are all crafted by enchanters. You may be able to do this without having enchanting, because this is kind of a do-a thing, but you need stuff from an enchanter. So you probably want to do that. You can get a lot of the stuff ready for this, easy peasy, or buy it on the auction house. Next up, break upon your body, maintain all elemental shatters effects from the Dragon Isles. So this is in relation to the Dragon Isle, where you can elemental shatter. What are they called? Oh my god, I don't have any on this tune. But essentially the... Why am I blanking on the name? So you break the full version of the element, and then you get a buff. This is have all of the buffs active on your enchanter. You just crunch a bunch of elementals, and then you're done. I mean, it's sad to be out all that elemental, but you can get some more. Next up, Shattered Expectations. This isn't retroactive. You gotta, after the patch, break down all these shards. It's all like the... So you got Void Shatter, which is a Void Crystal. You got Shaw Crystal, Abyssal Crystal. So these are all the epic disenchant goods. You just break them down. Get this achievement easy peasy. And then this one you may want to save some stuff for. It's simply enchanting. You need to craft 20 of each of the following enchanting crafting reagents. So thorium bar and enchanted leather are from classic, Elethium bar, heavy callous hide, and enchanted lightless silk. All these are Shadowlands. So it's a combination of classic and Shadowlands materials that you're going to want to farm up. You can get started on that so you're ready when this comes out. This you're going to have to do after the patch goes live. Alright, next up, engineering. So a lot of these, as you can see, you can do beforehand. So specialize in goblins or gnomes. There you go, goblins versus gnomes. Gnomes, Great Hearthstone expansion. Then we got Portal to Everywhere. This one is able to be done right now. Just craft all the toys, the engineering toys that are wormholes. So you got Gadgetzan, Everlook, Area 52, Toshley Station, Northrend, Pandaria, the base, the original Centrifuge, which is for Draenor. You got Argus, Kultir, Zandalar, Shadowlands, Dragon Isles. Boom. Done. Get these toys, you got it. Next is Tools of the Trade, the Uber Spanner. Easy quest to do in BFA, get your engineering up, have a fun little quest. This one you can do right now. It's the Blingatron Circuit minigame. It's a toy. You get to level 20, boom, get that achievement. You can do that right now. Same thing with Inspector Gadgetzan. These are both obtainable right now and already in the game. This one, just Blingatron 5000. He's got these little decoded messages. Just get them all. Boom, you get the achievement. Next up, this one can't be obtained until the patch comes out. This is the craft items with engineering. Super easy to do. Just save up a bunch of materials and crank out a bunch of stuff for engineering, which you're going to be doing, because this next one, I'm pretty sure isn't retroactive, but it may be. I haven't done a lot of this, actually, but this one is extract elements from 50 gas clouds with the Zap Throttle Molt Extractor. I don't think this is retroactive, so you want to get your Molt Extractor. This is from Burning Crusade, and get ready to go extract those gas clouds. Next up is Engage 2 of each Elemental Soul with the Zap Throttle Soul Inhaler. This is account-wide. Again, it's not retroactive. This one is not retroactive. I would know because I've done some of these. So, patch comes out. Go soul inhale a couple of elementals. There's probably a couple of toys or stuff you want to craft with these, and then you can get that done. Easy peasy. Or you can break them down as well. You can trap it and then break it down. Alright, this is just for capturing. Alright, you had it coming. Get what you deserve. So, people think this is from using a swap blaster on someone who has the neural silencer. It's not confirmed, though. I haven't been able to confirm it. If someone can confirm it in the comments when we all know, that'd be great. But that's the current speculation. We'll see how it goes when it's on live. Check back for this one. But you may want to get a swap blaster and be ready. And get a friend with a neural silencer. Next up are the goggle achievements. So I have it written down here where they all come from. So, first set, the chromatic calibration hollow gogs. And these unlock transmog that you can use across your characters, but they do have to be engineers. So the first set, where is it? Okay. Comes from Classic, BC, and Wrath. So these all come from Classic, BC, and Wrath. These are a whole bunch. You're going to need a whole bunch of supplies for these. Remember, don't make them before the patch. Make them after. So get materials for these, but don't craft them yet until the patch. Wait until the patch. Next up, these are the goggles from Kata. The kill shades are from Kata. So get some Kata materials ready to craft these. You can get those goggles. Next up, these are Mists of Pandaria. The retinal armors from Mists of Pandaria. Craft them all. Get cosmetic goggles. Don't do it before the patch. Wait till after. And we got the goggles from Legion. These are the Legion goggles. You craft all these. You get the goggle transmog for your engineers. And they are cosmetic once they're transmog, so you can just put them on all your engineers. You get your choice of whichever one. And then the last set are the goggles from Shadowlands. So you can get some Shadowlands stuff, get ready to craft the ectoplasmic specs, get some new goggle transmog. Easy peasy. Remember, do not craft these before the patch. Wait till after. Just get the materials ready. Alright, next up is Inscription. This one has some fun ones. So first up, craft 50 items with Inscription. Easy peasy, you got a whole bunch more after this. It goes up to 4. Get a bunch of materials ready. This, you can't do this beforehand. You gotta wait till after the patch. Same thing with Massive Mills. This has you mill herbs 2,000 times. And it's just one achievement. And you have to do it after the patch. So get a bunch of herbs ready. If you're mining and herbing in older expansions, you'll have a bunch ready. because it doesn't say specifically which herbs. You gotta mail just any herbs. Alright. Now, we got Sanguine Feather Quill of Lanathel. That's the tool of the trade. BFA. Do the quests. Once you're capped out an inscription, get a cool little tool of the trade. Then this next one, I had to look this up. So this is a trinket from Wrath of the Lich King that scribes can make, and you have to get all the different outcomes. This isn't retroactive. You gotta wait till the patch. So maybe make the trinket now before prices of it go up, or buy it now, because you don't have to make it yourself. You just have to use the trinket called Ritual of the New Moon. So a little book trinket, and then once you get them all, you get this achievement and you get a toy. What the toy does, I do not know. Next one, Gaining Advantus. So this one is not retroactive. So you gotta wait 5 weeks, Vantus rune up, you know, and get a boss kill, you get credit, and then in 5 weeks you'll get this. Easy peasy. Next one has you release the origami creatures into their unnatural habitats. So, a lot of these are from here. So you got Kata ones, and then you got Mr. Pandaria ones. So the Crane and Frog are Mr. Pandaria, and then these ones are all the rock beetles and slimes are from Kata. You make the origami things and release them into the zones it says, and you get the achievement. You can't do this beforehand, you gotta do it after. Alright, now next up is forge documents to the following gullible individuals. So this is an item made in Kata. It's not retroactive, you gotta do it once the patch hits. You make, let's see, 6 of them, and then you go fool these people with your forged documents, and you get the achievement. Easy peasy. Next up is jewel crafting. This is an achievement already obtainable. Achieve 250,000 points in a single jewel crafting minigame. It's a little toy, Bejeweled or something like that. You play it, and then you get the achievement. You can already do that right now. Next one is craft items with jewel crafting. You got ranks 1 through 4. This doesn't, you can't do this beforehand. You gotta wait till after. So just get a bunch of gems to cut, or jewelry to make. Get it ready. After the patch, knock it out. Next up, plenty of prospects. This is perform 2,000 prospect or crushing, and you get this achievement. Again, just save up a bunch of ore, have it ready to pop off once you once the patch comes out. Alright, next up is the tool of the trade for jewel crafting, the Jewel Hammer's Focus. You get this from BFA. Max out jewel crafting in BFA, get the quest, do the quest, get the jewel hammer. There you go. Tool of the trade earned. Here we got Rave Leader. This is cycled through all the colors of the Convergent Prism toy within a raid instance. So, Convergence, here, let's just bring it up. Convergence Prism, you can make that from Dragon Owl's Jewel Crafting. You make that, and you use the beam to a location, and you go into a raid, use the beam, cycle through the beam, through its cooldown and the different colors, and then you'll have your achievement. Next up is Can't Crush These. So these are complete the following jewel crafting daily quests listed below, and these are Wrath and Kata jewel crafting dailies. These are not retroactive, so you will have to do these all again. So have a jewel crafter parked in Wrath and Wrath, Dalaran, and Ogrimmar ready to do these dailies again. Fun stuff. Next up is repair and craft all of these figurines listed below. The 2 that are tracked, these are the ones that you repair. So the game has tracked that. The rest you have to make after the patch. So get the materials for all these figurines if you want these 5 achievement points. And I'll be trying to farm some of these for sure. And don't craft until after the patch. Like I've said multiple times, because this is not retroactive. Next up, Dazzling Dragons. Again, this isn't retroactive. I've made one of these already, but it doesn't track it. So you gotta make another one, another 5 if you've already made them. Maybe get friends to work order them. No, you can't sell these. So get out treasure hunting, get these gems, craft these whelps, sell these whelps, make some money. Or get them for pets for yourself if you haven't. Dragon Isles, jewel crafting, easy peasy. If you're having trouble getting the jewel crafting whelps, you do need to get Dragon Scale Expedition rep. For the whelps, it's like 21. Yeah, right here, 21. So you can start getting the maps and stuff. Next up, leatherworking. First thing up, craft a bunch of leatherworking stuff. You know, save up some leathers, get ready to craft a whole bunch once the patch hits. Next up, Mallet of the Thunderous Skins. You can get this now, like all the other tools of the trade. Go to BFA, knock this out, get the mallet, have a new tool of the trade. This one is wild. So this one's always be camping. So this has you do a bunch of tasks while you have a cooking fire. So this requires cooking as well. Or you can have someone else put down the cooking fire. But it has you place a knoll tent. Okay, that's easy. Cure, rugged hide. Okay, that seems simple. Stitch magnificent hide pack. Alright. That's Pandaria. That's classic. That's BFA. No. That's current. It's Dragonflight. Here's the crazy one. Eat Dirge's Kickin' Chimera Chops. I don't know how much this is going for right now, but you may want to buy one now because I feel like the price of this is going to go up. This is the removed from game recipe from the opening of AQ. So unless they're bringing this back secretly, people can jack up the price of this. Then it says fish any school of fish, easy peasy, take a selfie. That's another toy. You want to grab that toy beforehand. This isn't retroactive. You got to do this once this patch comes out. So be looking into that. So start a fashion trend by crafting each of the following styling hats. This isn't retroactive. You need to craft these after the fact. These are just a bunch of, let me see where I put it, BC recipes. Craft the hats after the patch, get the achievement, and you're styling. Alright, next up, That's Just Cruel. This one requires the Onyxio Scale Cloak, so I hope you saved it from getting that treasure in Zarlek. Equip it, kill Nefarian and Blackwing Lair, leave Blackwing Lair, go into Blackwing Descent, kill him again. You may need to do it in that order, and don't do it out of order, because it may not work. I don't know. I would just do it in order, just to make sure. Next up, this one's a funny one. So, this one has you engage in combat with Captain Crom Crush and Dire Maul, craft a Gordok Oather suit with leatherworking profession, and use it while in combat. Alright? So this requires some old school materials. You get the recipe for the Gordok Ogre suit and Dire Maul. Yeah, see here, special. You learn it from a quest in Dire Maul. You get the permanent recipe for your leatherworker. Craft it while in combat. So you may want to turn off TSM because TSM will be like, don't do that. You can't do that, but yeah. So get that crafted while in combat. Then you put the suit on and you get this achievement. Next up, Budget Bard. This has you craft each of the following drums with leatherworking profession. And it's just pretty much the drums from like most expansions. Craft them all. After the patch, you get the achievement. Next up, Tailoring. So, a lot of the old first aid achievements popped up in here. I don't know if these Because clearly these are retroactive. So if you've already gotten these, you can get these already. You got Ultimate Triage stocking up, prepared for disaster. Just make a bunch of band-aids. This can be done. If you've already gotten these in the past, these will pop up for you. Next up, Quite the Quilt. Craft tailoring stuff. Easy achievement. 4 ranks of it. Craft a bunch of stuff. After the patch, you'll get this achievement. Next up is the Tool of the Trade, the Synchronous Thread. You can do that now. Get the Tool of the Trade from BFA. Get this achievement. Easy peasy. Next up, craft 500 Wilder Cloth bandages. This you have to do after the patch. Craft the bandages. Get the achievement. Easy peasy. Speed Dreaming. This is the, I think it's Kata, but let me double check here. 6 Dreams, Kata. You get the materials for all these. You do all these special crafts. And then, oh, well, first, you want to do, you want to get all the materials first. You do the Dream of Destruction. And then you have to go to all the different areas and do the 5 other crafts. And then you get this achievement called Speed Dreaming. And be ready to hustle through the Kata zones for that. Next up is United as 3. These are the BFA flags. You craft them all, use them all, get an achievement. Then this one is Ton of Tops. You have to do this after the fact, after the patch, and this requires you to craft a bunch of shirts and a pair of tuxedo pants. These are a lot of classic shirts, I believe. Pretty much all classic shirts from Classic Tailoring. Maybe a couple of new ones here in Kata, and you craft these shirts. Then you craft the pants. After the patch, get the achievement, Ton of Tops. Easy 5 points. Cooking got nothing new. Fishing got nothing new. Archaeology got nothing new. Actually, fishing may have got some. Hold on. No, it didn't. Mining got a bunch of new ones. So for mining, it's pretty simple. I talked about these before, kind of. So fully master all of the mining techniques in the Broken Isle. That means get rank 3 for all the ore deposits and the living laystone and felslate as well. And the Infernal Brimstone, which is the world quest. Alright, then you got a bunch of these geologist ledgers for the current Dragonflight materials. So you discover and document every variant of Draconium. You got Severite. You got Overload all the elements, so you got the Overload. And then once you get all of them, including the ore recovered, which isn't retroactive, you gotta loot another one after the patch. And the elementally charged stone, you gotta loot another one after the patch. Then you get this achievement, and then that's the Dragonflight mining stuff done. The Draenor Draenix Stone achievement moved over here. This one could already be earnable if you've already got it from the garrisons. It moved to this spot in the achievement tab, and it's retroactive. You can get this now. Same thing with the dragon. All the mining stuff you can get now, except for one, which I'm going to talk about. The next one is fully master all of Zandalari Kulturas. Get rank 3s of those ores. You have it. Once you log in, you get this achievement, like all these other ones. The one achievement that you can't get beforehand, that you want to save material for, or if you're making Thunder Fury, maybe delayed after the patch, and it's to smelt enchanted elementium bars. You have to do it after the patch, create 5, you get this, and a nice 5 achievement points. Alright, so that's for mining. Skinning, it's a lot easier. Fully master all the following skinning techniques on the Broken Isles. Same thing, get rank 3 of all that stuff on Legion. You can do that now, and when the patch hits, you'll get this achievement as you log in on your Skinner. Next one is Zandalar Kulturas. Same thing, get those all rank 3, log in, you get your achievement when the patch hits. You can do this now. These other ones aren't retroactive. You need to do these once the patch hits, and it involves using a bunch of bait to attract elusive creatures. This one requires you to slay 15 of the following beasts, so you're going to need 15 baits about. And then this one says slay any of the following special elusive beasts, so this one just requires you to get one, then you get an achievement. Easy peasy. Next up, herbalism. It's going to be a lot of the same stuff. Xanilari Kulturos rank 3s. You can do this now, get this achievement when you log in. Then you got Botanist Log for all the new Dragonflight herbs. Bubble Poppy, document them all. Hochin Bloom, document them all. Overload all the elements. Ride Bark, get all the Ride Bark deposits. Same thing for Saxifrage. And then you get the Pollen, and then you get the Dream Bloom. After the patch, from looting herbs for the week, you get your full Botanist Log, Dragon Isles, easy peasy. Draining Seeds also moved to the herbalism tract in the achievements, so that's from Draenor. Get a bunch of seeds, get your rank 3 herb garden if you haven't already done it. Then you got Broken Isles herbalism, which is get rank 3 of all the Broken Isles herbs. Get them rank 3, get this achievement when you log in. This one you can get ahead of time. So yeah, that's all the achievements. That's all the profession achievements. I got myself a handy little checklist. I'm going to be working through a bunch of them and getting materials for a bunch of others, because the price of some of this stuff will go up. Mark my words. But that's been it. It's been a long enough video. That is all the new profession achievements so far. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.